If you and your spouse keep finding yourselves in the exact same spot week after week, where you know you need to spend more time together, you want to spend more time together, but somehow it's still not happening, this video is for you. Because what I see with couples over and over again is, in theory, marriage is a priority. On paper, also, marriage is a priority. But in real life, it's not translating to how you're actually spending your weeks. Many of the couples I see will come in and say, we're still in the same place. And the next week, same place, right? And the next week, the same thing. And nothing changes because nothing changed. So here's the first question that I always ask them. If you're going to say yes to something, you're automatically saying no to something else. Did you know this? That's just how time works. So when it comes to your marriage, the real question is not, do we want to spend time together? The real question is, what are you willing to say no to in order to make that happen? Because that's the only way that this works. And for some of you, that question feels almost offensive. You're like, wait, you can't be serious. I love golfing, or I love my workouts, or I love spending time with my friends, right? I love family time. I love kids' activities and going and watching their games and all this stuff. I love my routines. And I'm not saying that you need to give these things up forever, but I am saying you may need to give up some of them for a season if you want your marriage to start feeling better than it does right now. Because here's the truth. You already understand this concept. You just haven't applied it to your marriage yet. You know what a time study is, right? Most people have done some version of a time study for work at one point or another. But when I ask couples where their time actually goes, they often look at me and say, I don't know, life just sort of fills it up. And that's exactly what's happening. It's like someone else is filling in your calendar for you without your consent. So sometimes what you actually need to do is painfully simple, right? You look at your calendar hour by hour for an entire week. And when you do that, things become really obvious very fast. You notice how many evenings went to friends, how many hours went to screens, how many weekends disappeared, how many times hobbies, workouts, games, errands, family, friends, right, filled every open pocket. And then you can finally ask an honest question. If marriage really matters to us, does this thing need to be happening this many times a week? Whether this thing is errands, games, friends, workouts, whatever it may be. Because if marriage is a priority, your calendar has to agree. It has to line up. And here's where I want you to think about something. If you have kids, imagine your 5-year-old comes to you and says, right, little Bobby, Mom, can you play with me? And you say, not now. And then they come back later. It's still a no. They come back again, because they're 5, still no. Eventually, without ever saying it out loud, they learn something really important. They don't have time for me. I am not their priority. I'm not that important, I guess. Now, take that exact experience and put your spouse in that role. Every time they reach out and something else beats them to the punch, friends, fitness, family, hobbies, whatever it may be, chores even, they learn the same lesson. And sometimes we even justify it. Oh, do we love to justify these, right? I'm taking care of my health. This is important. The doctor said, right? Or I'm maintaining friendships. Like it's important to be relationally connected. Social life, right? I'm showing up for my family. It's the responsible thing to do. I am being productive, right? And all of that might be true, but if your spouse is consistently coming in 5th, or 7th or 10th place, what they're getting is your leftovers. And leftovers don't build connection. They can't. Leftovers, it's the exhausted you, the irritable you, the checked out you, right? So here's the real work. What do you need to say no to temporarily so that you can say yes to your marriage on purpose? Not passing each other in the hallway, not trading off kids, right? Here you go, good luck. I just changed the diaper. Not giving each other the rundown while the other thing is already waiting. Real, unrushed time together without a timer, dare I say, or without a clock. Without one foot already out the door because you're on to the next thing. That's how you make the theory match the practice. And if you're thinking, so we created the time, but somehow it still keeps disappearing, that's not because you're bad at this. It's because most couples don't realize how many tiny everyday behaviors quietly keep sabotaging the space that they just worked so hard to create. And that's why this next video is for you. I want you to watch it. It's all about what not to do. The 13 habits, the 13 patterns, the defaults that slowly undo your best intentions in marriage, especially in January, especially heading into 2026. So start there, because stopping the wrong things, the do not do this list, often matters more than adding new ones. I'll see you in there.